if you're a researcher or a person that is trying to learn truth to any degree at all, any degree, if you're trying to learn the truth, then you really cannot have a belief system. Like, you have to take your belief system and toss it out the window, because a belief system is going to hinder you from learning the truth. If you're the type of person that refuses, like, I'm not gonna, nope, I won't listen to that, nope, that's not true, nope, because you believe in something that's that belief is not truth, okay? It's two totally different things. When you're a kid, you believe in Santa Claus. It's not true. It's just what you believe, okay? And then you learn information and you're like, oh, wow, that's not real? Okay, well, that sucks. Why'd you lie, Mom? Why'd you lie, Dad? Why'd you lie, whoever? Oh, you did because it's a tradition? Oh, okay, well, then you move on, right? So when you receive new information, it kind of eliminates the old. But if you're not willing to receive the new information, then you're just sitting there with old information. And old information can be bad information. So if you really want to learn anything, you're gonna have to get beyond that belief system of yours. And listen, maybe you're not ready. There are a lot of people that aren't ready. But what I don't understand is, if you're the type of person that's like, all right, you know, say you were depressed or whatever, and you found God and you found Jesus, and that gave you salvation. Amazing. Now you have this belief system about Jesus and all of that, and you refuse to look at any new information. So like, if I told you, but I know why. It's because you got to this place of salvation, and you're like, why would I want to leave this place? But the thing that you don't understand is, if you stay there now, so you've become elevated slightly, right? You've got out of the base layer of the very bottom layer. You are becoming enlightened, because now you are aware of the Holy Spirit, right? But what the problem is you've raised yourself to the next level, but now you're just going to sit there, because you're going to be trapped by this new belief system now that is circling around all of this. So now you're trapped. So yeah, you've left the basement, but now you're on the first floor. And I'm sorry, the exit is way, way up on, we'll say, the 12th floor, the 13th floor, right? And you're on level 1. So it's time. The only way to get beyond those levels is to go beyond that belief system. And it gets like, but people are afraid, oh, I don't want to leave this feeling because, you know, Jesus is my salvation and this, that. No, you found Jesus. You got there. Okay. So amazing. You learned, you got beyond a lot of lies. Now you gotta keep digging. And like, what I mean by that, and I've done videos like this before, I'm not telling people that if you believe in Jesus and all that, I'm not saying that Jesus wasn't real. Like, I don't know. I wasn't there. But what I'm saying is that we have been talking about a man dying on a cross. By we, I mean civilizations. For many, 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 many years before the idea of Jesus, or, you know, whatever you want to call him, all right, Yahweh, all of that. These are deity names. So that's what I'm trying to say. So you got to get like way beyond all this stuff, because when you get to you got to learn certain words. All right, certain words. You learn certain words, you learn the meaning of the words, and then you can really start to understand what's going on here. But I'll tell you what, the sun dies every single year. It happens every year. The sun, God's sun, the sun that brings light to the earth. The sun, he is the salvation, because he brings light to the earth, and he brings life to the earth, because without the sun, there would be no life on this earth. So the sun is the salvation. Right? He is in the morning. The sun has risen, and he is the risen salvation. Every year on December 22nd, when the sun stops moving and it dies, it goes down right at the cross, in the southern hemisphere, okay? The Southern Cross. I have this on my profile too, a video or two back. There's this picture of the Southern Cross with the sun sets, and you can see the stars. The Southern Cross is a set of 4 stars that forms a cross in the sky, and the sun sets right to the bottom left of that. There are biblical pictures with Jesus pointing to a very dimly lit cross, and he's positioned exactly in the same position. It's all symbolism. The Son of God. The Son, S-U-N-S-O-N. And let me tell you, when they Romanized words, they changed them around. Did you know that S-O-N used to be S-U-N and S-U-N used to be S-O-N back in the Gothic days, way back? So they've changed words and meanings and letters and all sorts of stuff. We've been tricked. We've been fooled. I'm just saying. I hate to say it, but like, I'm just being real with you. When you learn about triune deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Osiris, Isis, Horus, okay, you start to learn that they brought this stuff into Judaism, into Christianity, all right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. These are triune entities. Triune, three. It's not, it's not a one God type of deal. We're talking about deities. So people really should just do a little bit more research. And when I say research, I don't mean Google. Google is not going to help you. Google is not your friend. Google lies straight up. Go to a library. Get out of your house. Go to a library, please. There are libraries with old dictionaries, good dictionaries. They change the definitions of words. So when you look up a word, it's not the definition. You can't understand the meaning of a word if you don't have a true definition. I don't understand what people don't get about that. If you're reading a book that is from 500 years ago, and you're using the definition of a word from that book from 500 years ago, but you're using a definition out of a book from today, how is that relevant to that book 500 years ago if they changed the definition? It's not. You're changing the whole entire story. So you need to find the definitions for the words from that time period and then read it in that perspective in order to get any sort of real grasp on the story. Should be common knowledge. This should be common knowledge. You can't read something from way back with new definitions and then expect to get the real thing. You're not getting the story. You're getting little bits and pieces of the story. You're getting all sorts of stuff. That's not how it's done. So I highly encourage people, if you're gonna dive into this stuff, don't stop when at a belief system that's been given to you by some priest or some pastor. Don't stop there. Why? Because you feel good? Keep going. You're going to feel even better when you learn the truth. Don't be held prisoner, okay? Even God says it in the Bible, all right? And the exact quote I forget, but the quote goes something like this: it is the nature of God to hide a thing, and it is the quest of a king to seek it out. God hides information, and it's up to you to find it. So either sit back and take your information that is being handed to you. Just take that and read it and accept that for truth. Or start digging. Because I'll tell you what, if you want to go find gold, you're going to have to dig. You're not going to find gold nuggets laying on the ground anymore. Those days are long gone. Long gone. The truth isn't just sitting right there on the surface for you. If you've ever gone fishing before, you don't just throw, 99.9% of the time, you don't just throw your rod out and catch a fish like that. You got to wait. It takes patience. What do you think information is? What do you think learning is? It takes patience. I love you all, and this is for entertainment only.